Did you like the Dark Knight trilogy, but wish that it took place in winter and had a lot more supervillains, and you could control Batman and personally beat up all the criminals in Gotham City yourself? Well then, we have the game for you. Batman Arkham Origins. So Batman, alongside Kick-Ass and Transformers, is my favorite franchise ever made. Possible. Yeah. Screw you, Marvel. So, Batman Arkham Origins is a game that came out on October 25th, and it stars Batman, and it's a prequel to the Batman Arkham series, which consists of Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. So, Batman Arkham Origins, is it worthy of holding up to the mantle of the other two? Because these are made by new developers called Warner Brothers Montreal and Splash Damage. So, Batman Arkham Origins, the plot is, it's Christmas Eve, and Batman's clocked in 2 years of being Batman, so there's no annoying origin story. Yes, finally. Because we all got over origin stories after seeing Man of Steel, am I right? And, now there are a bunch of people after him, because Black Mask hires 8 assassins, and they get one night to go kill the Batman for $5 million. Yeah, so this game is the first time Batman meets key characters into the Batman lore, such as Jim Gordon and all of Batman's iconic foes. Yes, there's a certain clown in here that you'll be surprised when you see him. So this game was really great. The gameplay is really amazing. The fighting engine has been like tuned up now, so actually you feel the punches, and it's more maneuverable, it's more, like, easy to go. I don't know how to say it, it's, like, more softer, in a way. Now, Deathstroke, if you don't know who Deathstroke is, Deathstroke's like a ex-Vietnam War veteran who was beefed up by the Super Soldier program, essentially Captain America gone horribly wrong. Deathstroke, was marketed and advertised in the trailers and previews as someone who is gonna really cause the Dark Knight some major problems. He's gonna be like a real pain for him. And the thing is, in this game, the problem is, he doesn't exactly come off as really scary. He's just another boss level that you have to beat during the game. Even though, like, the game beats it over your head that Deathstroke's a really intimidating person, including, like, the music that goes with him when he jumps in for the first time. Really tries to make it look that Deathstroke's really scary. But you just, like, pass him off as another enemy you have to take down. Okay, so since I'm going in this direction, let's rattle off the negatives first before we get into the overwhelming positives of this game. First of all, Batman's Batsuit and all his gadgets, they look amazing. And even better than the other two Arkham games, which is fine. I really like that because, let's be honest, as much as I like the stories and the epicness of the other two games, Batman's costume looked ridiculous. It had black underpants, seriously. Even Superman's done with that now, Batman. So it's finally glad to see a Batman suit that looks decent and isn't a bunch of Batman pajamas. And the horns are not so long that it's annoying. The Batwing looks better than this one. The problem is, if they wanted to do this, they shouldn't have made a prequel to the game, because then you have to explain what happened in the next 2 years that Batman just decided to go low-tech on things. So that was a complaint, even though they were really cool looking gadgets and a really cool looking suit that gets screwed up at the end of this game. But you already know that because that happened in the other two games with the bat suits. The other thing I didn't like about this game was when you're heading to objectives, it takes a while for you, if you're new to like the Batman Arkham series, to like get to certain areas because you don't exactly know how to work the controls and stuff. But once you do, you can get there lickety-split. Especially with the new Batwing control, which I really like. You can go from one end to the city and go to the other. Problem with that is you can't fly the Batwing yourself, which is what many people complained about. And somebody jams up your Batwing, so you aren't able to like get to certain areas until you disable some stuff. That guy may or not be a person that is known to play riddles on Batman. The other complaint is the Batclaw, the grapple gun thing. It doesn't exactly reach areas like it used to in Arkham City. Like, you can look up at a rooftop of a tower, and when you like try to shoot it, it won't make you do it, even though there's no reason why it can't latch onto the surface because it's directly above you. It's annoying. The story is amazing. As much as the game critics are criticizing it for not being as good as the others, it's still pretty good. It's not pitch perfect, it's not amazing as the other Batman games, but it's still pretty decent. Like, every detail in the story is important later on, so I like that. It was very smart. The coolest part of this game is that all the stuff, like, if you know Batman lore, when you run into things in the game, you're gonna like fanboy out, because those are some pretty cool stuff. Especially a certain point when you go to the Batcave and see a car in the working. And the other thing is there's a lot of references to other characters that could appear in future games if they actually make a sequel. This game follows very closely to the other two Arkham games, like the pattern wise and a lot of things that happen. The problem with this is like Kick-Ass 2, as much as I like that movie, and the new director like captured most of the awesome stuff of Kick-Ass, is that they didn't exactly replicate the really deep stuff. Like Batman Arkham Origins is like missing something in there. You get this feeling that it's missing something in there when you play it. That kind of draws you out of the gameplay, but it's still pretty good. And there's a villain in here that, if you've been paying attention to pop culture the last summer, it's gonna make you laugh really hard, because Copperhead looks a lot like a certain person who always annoys the crap out of you. I'm surprised that when I got injected by her toxins, I didn't start hallucinating really weird music videos. Haha. Splash Damage and Warner Bros. Games Montreal did a really good job replicating like all the stuff we loved about Batman Arkham Origins, but you get this feeling there's something missing in that game. And the fighting engine's been toned out. Yes, finally a bright Gotham City, not a dingy one that you barely see anything. So there are improvements on the Batsuit, and there are a lot of great things, but if they were really going for a new approach, they should have done like a sequel rather than a prequel. So I'll give Batman Arkham Origins 4 out of 5. It's an imperfect prequel, but it does do a lot of great things, and it's not as bad as the critics say it is. So Batman Arkham Origins, what did you think about it? If you've seen it, leave a comment about what did you personally think of the game, and what is your favorite Batman villain. I'm serious, there's a lot of villains in here that you get to pick. So that's about it, and I'll see you guys later.